we will add other people to this panel, as these panels will be available later on as video separately. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. Hi, fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. So, as I said, the panels will be separately available as video. So I would like that we are shortly reintroducing ourselves. Let's start with Dr. Roy.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Can you quickly introduce yourself, please, for the audience?
Yeah, my name is Sohan Roy. I'm right now I'm talking from Dubai. Actually, it's 3:30 a.m. here, so you may find me a little bit sleepy. No. Okay, I'm basically a ship designer, naval architect, and also I'm a filmmaker also. I head Aries Group of Companies. Aries Group of Companies is based in UAE, but we are in 16 countries and around 57 companies are under Aries Group. We are supposed to be the largest hull inspection firm in the world, and in fact, in the design field also, we are world number one. We can say almost 5 fields we are world number one right now. But my core, since my core business is core profession is ship design, my core focus is into shipping. Shipping means the designs and the inspection of the ships. Last year, we were focusing on green ship conversions. We converted almost 1,500 ships as green ships. I mean, now the water pollution and the air pollution, how to reduce and make it environment friendly. That is the basic concept. And I can say that our world competitor must have done less than 500, where we did 1,500. So that much we have contributed to the world also. And as a filmmaker, my first movie was in 2011, distributed by Warner Brothers. The movie name was Damn 999. It was the first movie shortlisted for mainstream Oscars from India. And after that, several movies and several documentaries were made. And right now in the film industry, we are doing a $10 billion project to integrate the entire Indian film industry, because Indian film industry is 3 times bigger than Hollywood. But unfortunately, our industry is not as structured or integrated. We make movies in so many different languages, different industries are there in India itself. So we want to make it as a single industry. That's why we clubbed Bollywood, Tollywood, Kollywood, everything under one umbrella. That is called Project Intiwood. That project has been going on for last 6 years. We have achieved many of our target, but unfortunately the COVID has a little bit slowed down the process right now. But once this issue is over, our entertainment industry will, when the entertainment industry is back on track, we hope that in near future we will be able to bring our industry on top of the world. Because already in number of movies and a number of theater goers, India is much above than any other country in the world. So that is my core thing. And also we are into interior designs, material testing, television industry, like that. So many other fields also we are working. And also we have 3 TV channels like Marine Biz TV, Medibiz TV, and Indiwood TV. So that is all about me right now.
Thank you very much. So we can surely say you're a very successful man. Now, Sandeep, Bhagat, could I know you manage, how many home offices again? Please correct the number.
57 companies in 16 countries.
Sandeep, how many home offices you manage again? I know several, a little bit of like more than $100 of cash and more than 2 home offices. Can you get the numbers again and introduce yourself?
Of course. Before I give you all the details, may I request your team to take a picture of this screenshot? It'll be a very useful before and after commercial for Dr. Perricone. I'm going to start using his products and his programs. And next time when I come on your show, I will be unrecognizably young. I just wanted to mention
this we can do. I mean,
on a serious note, my name is Sandeep Bhagat. I serve as Chief Investment Officer at the Whittier Trust. And Carl, to answer your question, Whittier Trust is the oldest and largest privately held multifamily office here in the Western United States. We manage over 20 billion in assets for over 500 different families. I've had a long journey in the investment and wealth management business. This is my fourth decade. Fourth firm as well. My previous three affiliations were all on the East Coast, right around New York City. I worked at Citigroup and its predecessor organizations, Morgan Stanley, and then most recently at Vanguard before joining Whittier Trust. I feel honored, privileged, and even a little out of place being on such an elite panel, but I thank you for having me here.
thank you very much. Dr. Perricone, sorry, could you introduce you again for the audience for this panel?
Yes, I'll keep it really brief. Essentially an unusual background, English literature major as an undergraduate, did some time in the Army in the 1970s, then went on and started working for a nonprofit health organization and spent a lot of time with patients. They were mostly children, and I really felt what I would like to do is probably go on to medical school. So I also spent a little time in industry and learned a lot about industry. And I had all of these pieces of the puzzle. Age 29, I started medical school. And I think I was probably the oldest person in the class. I really liked it. I was not a science major, but it was all new and interesting to me. So I worked hard and I accelerated my progress. And so I graduated medical school in 2.5 years and then left there and went on to do pediatrics at Yale New Haven Hospital, Yale University, then went on to do dermatology. During this time, while a medical student, I made what I thought was a really important discovery, looking under the microscope, looking at inflammation around cancer. Then looking at other parts of the body, which was necessary as a medical student, there was inflammation everywhere. So the question was, what's causing this inflammation? Anyway, I finally came to the conclusion in my dermatology residency that aging skin had inflammation, even though there's no pathology, and young people do not have inflammation. And so I put together my aging disease theory of inflammation, and as a and also picked up a degree in nutrition, and said it must be what we're eating, and could prove that there are certain foods that are anti-inflammatory, neutral, or pro-inflammatory, and we can change everything if we started working on that. At the same time, I started applying for patents because my experience at Yale, looking at children with asthma, treating them with vitamin C, it turned out to turn off the inflammatory cascade, and it came to the conclusion that all antioxidants are anti-inflammatories, but not all anti-inflammatories are antioxidants. And so with all of that going on in my practice and learning about nutrition, I started my skincare company because I brought all of my information to industry and they were not interested. And then wrote my first book and it became a big success, and then the company grew very, very rapidly. Not too far thereafter, I started a company to encompass some of my technology in the area of physics, and wanted to use that to basically protect airlines from attack. And patents were issued, but was eventually the patent was confiscated by the government for national security reasons. But that defense company is still active and with many other inventions. And then I also worked in the area of transdermal technology and started another company, Transdermal Biotechnology. I want to be able to deliver peptides and through the skin without a needle, so that all these biologically active peptides become part of our armamentarium as a physician. And then my last process I'm working on now is discovery of hydrogen water, which came out of Japan. Very skeptical I was. However, it turns out to be the magic bullet I was looking for, the anti-inflammatory. So when you drink hydrogen water, you decrease inflammation in your body, and you mimic exercise, and you mimic fasting by just drinking the water. A study out of India showed me that we could actually turn around something called the metabolic syndrome. That's the precursor of all Western diseases. So I believe that if we can institute hydrogen water in the countries, we can probably, in this country, drop the healthcare cost by about $1 trillion within 3 years. And so that's a kind of a brief summary, and a lot of other fun things, but we don't have the time.
Thank you very much. So short to me, I'm Paul Selig, curator of Digital Davos. Before, I was in multiple studies in reaching medicine to physics and consumer psychology. I invented ring-back-tone replacement, created a $5.8 billion industry. Patent-wise, kickstarted it, only the American patents, which was a dumb move. And so basically, now I'm also creating Digital Davos and run over 10 hedge funds in Cayman Island, investing in different venture capital in different startups. And each hedge fund is managed by a special team which analyzes the investments. So this team for success is put not randomly together. We have Dr. Roy, which is very successful with a lot of companies here. We have Mr. Vagal, which manages billions for for private individuals. We have you here, later we have you running a defense company, inventing patents, and incredible life story. So also involved in a book which helps people to live better. And before we spoke also about the book Reality Dimension, which is about helping people. So the theme of our panel is happiness. And we saw that happiness can be defined in multiple things. And I would like to start with, can everyone please define what is for him success, happiness? Is there a difference, and what is it? Dr. Roy.
See, I always believe that I am the happiest man in the world, because every day I make sure that that day starts and ends as a happy day. And in our company itself, our goal itself is to make sure every employee is happy. So we have separate happiness department for that one. And we have our own very, very exclusive happiness for KPIs and other things. So for our HR features are totally different and unique actually. Because the ultimate goal of our life itself is we believe that we should be happy. So for the organization goal itself is designed accordingly. So first thing what we have done is, because we are running on the 24th year right now. We started in 98, we started. So from that very first year onwards, we never change our policies. The first policy we introduced was 50% of the entire company profit shares, everything belongs to the employees. That is called 1:1 principle. One for the investor and one for the entire staff. But we call it we never call our company as a company. We call it as a family, and I am supposed to be the eldest brother in the family. So it is for me, the entire other staff in the company, they are all my younger brothers. And how I treat a brother in a family, it is my responsibility to take care of them. So for everything, the policy in the company is applicable from top to bottom, from CEO to the office boy, everything is the same. Only thing is the responsibilities are different, the salaries are different. Otherwise, all other benefits all we equally share. Even our spouses, the employees' spouses, they get a salary. We are the only company in the world giving spouse salary. We introduced that scheme for the first time. Unemployed spouses, basically. Then we are the only company right now giving pension for the parents, because I consider my employees or our family members, parents as my own parents. So it is the responsibility of the organization to take care of the parents. So for the last 14 years, we have been following this system. First of every month, both father and mother get a pension separately in their account without any fail. And if they have 2 children, they get double pension. And according to the experience of the employees, the pension, it gradually increases actually. And also, if something goes wrong with the employee, if any physical unfitness or any the employee dies or something, it is the responsibility of the company to take care of the entire family. Just like something happens to your brother or sister in your home, how you take care, that we are following. And also, if anyone in 10 years, if any of the employees, they don't have a house, it is the responsibility of the company to make sure they have a house. Like that, almost 25 different unique features we have introduced, and we have been following it. So the loyalty of the employees is tremendous because of this, because they believe that it's their own company. If they make profit or loss, it is going to they'll be getting a share, or they'll be losing some in that share also. So for that may be the secret that in such a short span we could become the world leader in our own fields. And also we are following a system called efficiency improvement system management. It is to measure the efficiency of each employee, because it was my industrial doctoral subject. So we developed a scale. Almost 200 parameters are there, and a special software is there to measure it. So once you start plugging the efficiency drain holes of each employee, his character changes. So that drain holes will become a profit basically. So it naturally improves the quality. The end user or the clients will be well benefited when the quality increases. So I think by improving the efficiency, for our many divisions performed in different ways, but it varies from 30 to 300% variation happened because of this efficiency improvement system. And we believe that it is our secret weapon. And due to COVID, we found that almost 10% of our clients either vanished or they are in very bad shape. So we decided to share this secret tool to our clients also, so because their existence is mandatory for our existence. So we are providing this also, and now after seeing this, many companies are coming up to come to know more about this scheme, and we are giving a free training also for whoever wants to improve their efficiency. We are giving as a CSR activity. So and you can also contact us, no problem. We are happy to provide the procedure and other things. This is what I believe that. That way we are quite happy, because when our employees are happy, I'm happy. So that's why I believe that happiness is our goal.
So basically, correct me, is my summary correct? For you, success is to be able to share the wealth and the happiness with your employees and other people.
Yes. That's
Sandeep,
correct.
sorry, Mr. Bhagat. So
Sandeep is perfectly okay.
Yeah, I know, but we're on the panel. Sorry.
First of all, I just want to applaud Dr. Roy for some incredibly progressive thinking. What a terrific way to
Thank you.
Loyalty, commitment, and dedication from your employees. I tip my hat to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Carl, I'm going to answer your question at 2 levels. One at a professional level, the other at a personal level, because in my mind, I think of success as a barometer of a professional accomplishment. People tend to measure success in terms of wealth or influence or power or status. And I don't think success by itself leads to happiness. It's a very personal emotion and feeling. And in fact, I can define happiness very succinctly in one short sentence, happiness is nothing but a state of mind. It's how you feel within. Happiness comes from within, not with things around you, and especially not from material things. And so the way in my own journey through life, the way I've been able to reconcile these two is, one probably must wake up every single day to pursue their goals, their dreams, and indeed pursue perfection, because that's what leads to success. But at the end of the day, if you don't quite get to where you wanted to, the ability to reconcile to that gap between your dreams and reality, that to me is the true source of happiness. This is the time when you count your blessings, you count what you have, instead of focusing on what you don't have. So that's, I don't know, a philosophy of life or living that I've adopted, and what I've tried very hard to do, that as I think of these two incredibly lofty and almost elusive emotions, I've approached life and living with two other ingredients: gratitude and humility. So I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you very much. Dr. Perricon, what would define for you success and happiness?
Well, I would like also to start off with saying to Dr. Roy that we both have the same philosophy with our employees. And but essentially, happiness for me is fulfilling my dream, which was to become a physician and to also explore the world of science. And putting the two together, the success is just a byproduct of trying to achieve those things. So I absolutely agree. You must be humble. You must feel gratitude, but every day is an adventure for me. And I can't wait to read the next article or to work on my projects or to perfect some of the projects I'm working on this. And so it's really been a great time for me. And I'm very, very happy to be here with these distinguished people. And thank you again for inviting me.
Happiness is for us all. We are in this position that we all wake up and we go to play. We don't go to work. We do things which we love, and this is really good. This is happiness. I wish that everyone in the world could have this. When I now go more to in a business venture, and so I go to Mr. Bhagat, you have a lot of clients which you manage their portfolios, and you manage, you diversify their portfolios between the personal assets, and you look at that there's risk minimization. But risk minimization is not really like the happiness and success only. What do you feel is really the driving point from your clients to work with you to make them feel complete for success?
Carl, that's a deep, open, and profound question. And in our day-to-day business, what we strive hard to do is, those who have accumulated wealth or those who aspire to do so, we have a very significant fiduciary responsibility to first protect and preserve that wealth, then enhance and grow it, and then when it exceeds a certain amount, to be able to transfer it. But we have taken this endeavor even further. Look, a lot of people can manage money and a lot of people can transfer wealth. What we think of ourselves as indeed the family office for many of these individuals and families is that it is our job to propagate and transfer and perpetuate not only their wealth, but their ideals, their values, their principles, their philosophies. So we are really an extension of the family as we understand them at all of these different levels. And then when the patriarch and the matriarch are no more, but the wealth continues on to the future generations, we are there to have transferred the money and those values and those principles. It's really no surprise that Whittier Trust, originally founded as a single family office for one single family, the Whittier family, we've been around since the 1930s. We have done this for 6 generations of one single family. So to me, the job is serious. We can get lost in the billions and the trillions and, even 1/10 of 1% applied to such big sum. You can get lost in the numbers, but what we forget is that there are a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes, a lot of values that people have in mind for future generations. And it's my responsibility and that of my firm to be the absolute best steward for that collection of goals and values.
Dr. Peregrine, I was so impressed about your work in anti-aging. It is amazing. And we all know that there's a time, and this is mostly in medicine, when the time comes, all the problems are gone, all the money is gone, and you just want to have this problem solved, and you're working on this. How do you feel getting up to do this?
Once again, this is an adventure. And I love doing research, and I love science, and I like inventing. And of course, all of this really comes from the fact that if we can help people. So the only problem we have is the fact that inflammation is at the basis of aging and aging-related diseases. In fact, inflammation is a universal progressive disease that always ends in death. What we want to do is use that information and look at that final common pathway. And once again, compress the time so that people are actually sick. And so we have a health span rather than lifespan. And so that people can then work on what they would like to achieve in their lives. And since I have a pretty wide interest in science, whether it's physics or biochemistry, but I don't want you to think that that the people working on the economics, whether it's on a country level or for a family office, it's extremely important. You have to have a certain amount of wealth in a country to accomplish anything, and then people have to be taken care of in that way too. That has not been my area of interest, but I certainly do respect and know how important this is. But I said it's just an adventure, and the science is just amazing. My science is a little bit unorthodox. When I mentioned mentioning inflammation way back when in the late 90s. My idea of physics is a lot different than probably most people. And my interest is in something called electrostatics. And that is our future, but also works on a cellular level too. So I don't want to bore anybody anymore, but I just want to say that just being here, consciousness is so important. And how do we maintain that? If we have to maintain our health, we have to have the machine keep working until maybe the last few days of their lives.
Thank you very much. Dr. Roy, what is your driver, your internal driver to do this all? I mean, not the business, but your internal driver, which drove you to so much success. Is there one specific, when you could phrase it like within one paragraph or one sentence, what is the internal driver which made you so successful?
Yeah, the motto of our organization is time is money, we count even seconds. So we all go 24 hours. How effectively you use the 24 hours, it decides your future or your destiny. Because your destiny is designed by your karma, and destiny is decided by your karma, and that destiny can be designed. So if you can design your tomorrow properly, your future is decided. If you can design one day, it is possible to design months and years. So this is what is the secret, and what the system what we are following is called 1:1:1. That means you divide the 24 hours into 3: 1 for your body, 1 for your mind, and 1 for your karma. That means in every month you will get 240 hours for your job, 240 hours for your body, and 240 hours for your mind. How effectively you used it? Because the 248 hours per day you need to spend for your sleep and your how to take care of your health. You need to take care of your body, and 8 hours for the jobs, that is including the personal jobs also, but the karma what you are doing. But you make sure that no drain hole is there. Then the 8 hours for the mind is for how effectively you recharge your mind. That is the time how you effectively used to interact with your friends, your family, and also how to upgrade your talent and passion. Personally, if you I can share my experience, because when I was a student I used to write poems in my schools, but I never got a chance after getting into the business to develop it. But once I start effectively utilizing it, I set a target that I will become something in the poetry field. So 4 years back, I set a target that I will set a world record in poetry in 1,000 days. And I said it exactly in 1,000 days, I got into the world records by writing 1,000 poems and publishing on a daily basis without any break. And it continues in the 4th year. Now it is crossed already 1,500, almost more than 1,500 poems. Without any break, every day publishing one poem, and followed by more than 100,000 people. So that is, if I can do it, everyone can do it. So everyone is born with some talent or passion. It is your job to identify it, and you need to develop it. So the happiness what you're getting, when your mind is happy, the brain will work properly, though, so naturally it will help you to design everything properly in your job also. So I think that is the secret of my success.
Thank you very much. We are now at the end of Digital Davos with a all-star panel. I want to thank Dr. Nicholas Perikan, Dr. Roy. I want to thank you for participating in this last panel. I know for you it's really late in Dubai. Thank you very much for taking the time. Yeah. And Sandeep, I know you are in LA, so now it's oh, you're a banker. 4 o'clock, you can go home. So great. So, Dr. Perikan, where are you located?
Right now, I'm in Beverly Hills, and it's very nice to be here.
Right now here.
So I'm just looking forward to our lunch.
Okay, thank you very much. So, everyone, this was Digital Davos 2022, and we had over 90 speakers, a lot of good content, and I thank the whole audience. The videos will be uploaded within the next 24 hours, made available. I thank everyone for the participation, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.